What's going on, YouTubers? It is your boy Dalyxman. Welcome to another edition of my Wednesday Q&A corner. Now, if I sound a little weak or just lacking a lot of energy, it's because I'm sick. I am under the weather, ladies and gentlemen. Allergy season has been kicking my butt. Came down with a cold yesterday. Stayed home from work, drunk some water, ate some soup, and some spaghetti, by the way. But for the most part, just chilling. But at least I had enough energy to do a video for you. So let's just get this out the way. It's Wednesday, so Wednesday Q&As, here we go. Every Wednesday, I answer your questions in 15 minutes. If you have a question for me, like me on Facebook, and when I ask for your questions, give them to me then. With that said, let's get started. Dalyxman, thoughts on DDP possibly returning to fight Randy Orton in a feud? Well, I'm shocked it never happened yet. It's the Diamond Cutter versus the RKO. Now, granted, knowing the WWE, you already know who's going to win that one. It would be Randy Orton, unfortunately. But the match would be spectacular. The master of the Diamond Cutter, WCW versus WWE versus the RKO, whatever you want to say. I'd be behind it. Granted, I would be in Team Diamond Cutter all the way, because I grew up with the Diamond Cutter watching Diamond Dallas Page and WCW, so nostalgia reasons, I would get behind Diamond Cutter. And you can get behind RKO out of nowhere, so it'd be a great match if they market it like that, by the way. They should market it like that if that's going to be a match. They can do that at WrestleMania 32. If Randy Orton doesn't have an opponent, Diamond Dallas Page versus Randy Orton. There you go. I would love to see it. Thanks for the question, man. Let's see here. Favorite anime, if you have one? I like too many. I don't really have enough knowledge about the animes that I've watched to choose which one is better than the others. Off the top of my head, I really like Death Note. Death Note was definitely a favorite of mine. And Code Geass, Dragon Ball Z, too many. I can't name one. Even Neon Evangelion was a really good one, except for the last 2 episodes and then the movie, which was crap. But well, not crap. It was just confusing. I don't know, man. To answer your question, I will say Death Note. How about that? What is your favorite Iron Man match in history? And do you think Bayley versus Sasha Banks can be better than that? Well, my favorite in history was Brock Lesnar versus Kurt Angle. Smackdown 2003. World Championship on the line. They went an hour. An hour long. Brock Lesnar cheats to get the first fall, using a steel chair. And Kurt Angle would go on a 5-1. Was it 5-1 or 4-1? Let's go with 5-1 losing streak for the next 30 minutes. And then the last 30 minutes, he starts to make a comeback. Gets to 4-5. And then he gets that close to making Brock Lesnar tap out and tying it up. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough, and Brock Lesnar beats Kurt Angle 4-5 and walks out as the new world champion. By the way, Smackdown. This happened on Smackdown. Remember when Smackdown mattered? Yeah, I do, but I'm a fossil because I'm old, so some of you don't. But Smackdown used to have world championship shots, guys, and they used to decide new champions, like Raw used to do. Nowadays, you won't get this happening on Smackdown. And if it did happen on Smackdown, it wouldn't really matter. Unfortunately. If they really want Smackdown to matter, they need to do more matches like this. Championships should be decided on Smackdown. But yeah, Lesnar won championship off of Kurt Angle on Smackdown when it really mattered. So, as for Bayley and Sasha Banks topping it, if they do, I will be heavenly surprised. It would be pretty awesome if they could. I doubt it. They're not going to get enough time to really be able to top a match like this. But it will be a fantastic match, absolutely. I'm not going to take anything away from it. If it's anything like their Brooklyn match, I doubt it will be something to miss. But other matches I liked Bret Hart versus Shawn Michaels, of course, at WrestleMania 12. And then I think The Rock and Mankind had one. Don't quote me on that, but I'm almost certain they had a Iron Man match at one point. Did they have an... Yeah, they sure did. They had an Iron Man match. Okay. No, they didn't. No, I'm thinking of Rock versus Triple H. See, guys, I'm sorry. Rock versus Triple H. I'm sick. I can't even get my matches together right now. Anyways, do you think The Shield is one of the best factions in WWE? History? Absolutely. There is no question about it. Those three, I'm thinking of Reigns and Ambrose because they're still together, but those three, Rollins, Reigns, and Ambrose, killed it. They had an excellent run. They beat a lot of people. They went undefeated for a very long time. Very long time. And when they lost, it was a big deal. You know, it helped. I dare say their loss to Daniel Bryan helped his push. Because he was the first one to get a legit victory over the Shield. First time ever. It was on Smackdown, by the way. And you know, I wish it was on Raw. Now, going back to my Iron Man request, I do wish more stuff like that would happen on SmackDown, but it wasn't a big deal because it happened on SmackDown, because SmackDown isn't a big deal nowadays. Kind of wish it happened on Raw or pay-per-view, you know. But that helped Bryan's push, in my personal opinion, when he got that victory over the Shield. So, yeah, man, they're awesome, and I think eventually they will have a reunion. All the great factions have reunions. That's just how it works. Let's see here. What rivalry would you like to see Carlito in if he does agree to a deal? A rivalry with Carlito. So we're assuming he's coming back, and we're assuming he's going to be with Epico and Primo, so he will be a heel. So assuming he's a heel and he comes back, I would put him with, believe it or not, Kalisto. Kalisto and Carlito would be an excellent feud. I even have him return to fight fight John Cena in the United States Championship Open Challenge. Why not? That's a great return. It has storyline sense to it, because Carlito was the first one to beat Cena for the U.S. Championship. Just saying. So, Carlito to beat John Cena for the U.S. Championship, not bad. I would actually like that. But, yeah. If Kurt Angle returned to WWE for one last match in WWE, who should he face? Oh, Jesus Christ. Just one more match? Alright, give it to Bryan. That's the dream match. Daniel Bryan versus Kurt Angle. You can't top that. You're not going to top that match. I mean, I'm not going to tell them not to try. You know, if they want to do Kurt Angle versus Cody Rhodes, or Kurt Angle versus Seth Rollins, or Kurt Angle versus Cesaro. I mean, Angle versus Owens. Angle versus Lesnar again. I would love to see that match. Different place. Different characters altogether. I don't know, man. There are other matches they can do that would be fine. I would prefer Bryan versus Kurt Angle. That is the best match to have, in my personal opinion. So, thank you for the question, man. Should Cesaro turn heel to get a push in WWE? No. He should stay a babyface, because at this point in time, fans want to see Cesaro be a world champion. They want to see him succeed. They want to see him climb. And they shouldn't turn him heel to accomplish that. Keep him a face, push him as a face, make money off of him as a face, and I promise you he will be a big star in WWE. But they have to treat him like a face in the company. So no, I don't think he should turn heel. Do you lift? No, I don't work out. I used to. I stopped. When I was in college, they had a workout room right next to my classrooms. I would go in there, do some cardio, do some lifting, and I had a better physical body than I have right now. You look at me now, it all went away. I used to have abs, believe it or not, so don't have it anymore, unfortunately. But yeah, guys, used to lift, just don't do it anymore. Don't really have the resources to lift. Probably need to get back on that. Let's see here. What mentality is killing WWE the most? Very vague question. It's just the fact that they can't rely on the new talent. You know, the mentality I think that's killing them the most is the idea that the old talent matter more than the new talent. You know, they don't want to create new stars. They want to focus on the old and now and established guys that they can rely on to carry everything, but not really making anybody new. That is what's killing them the most. That's my personal opinion on the subject. But yeah, man, they gotta make new stars. They have to create new stars. They have to make new people. They have to give someone else the spotlight and not constantly go back to the John Cena, Randy Orton, Brock Lesnar, Triple H well. You know. But there you go. Make new stars. You know. Do you see Triple H taking over Raw and adding NXT to the Raw lineup in the near future? I think when he takes over Raw, NXT will still be developmental. But if we're talking about NXT talent that he uses now coming to Raw, like Tyler Breeze and Apollo Crews and blah, 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 yeah, definitely. Those two, especially Apollo Crews and Tyler Breeze, will definitely be on Raw when Triple H takes over. But, yeah, man, the best people in NXT will definitely be on the main roster. And they will get more opportunities to shine than they do now going to Raw. Because Raw nowadays is the John Cena show, or the Seth Rollins show, or the Authority show, or the Big Show, or the Kane show. Because that's exactly what we want to see in 2015, Big Show and Kane. Yay. What has been the worst year for WWE? The worst year for WWE? I don't think, well, as bad as it's been this year, I don't think this is the worst year they've had. I think this is one of the worst years they've had. I would go back to 1994 and 1995 in terms of which years really hurt WWE the most. Those two were really bad. I implore you to even try to go watch a Raw during those times. You won't last. You won't last. You won't last watching this year's Raws anyway, but you won't last watching those either. I guarantee you won't last. So 1994, 1995. Should there be a first ever Divas Money in the Bank ladder match? Sure. For the Women's Championship, I say Women's Championship because the Divas Championship is crap. Sure. For, if you want to do Royal Rumble, absolutely. If you want to do a Battle Royale, kind of Andre the Giant kind of match to decide it, sure. I don't mind there being a Money in the Bank for the Divas. I think that'd be pretty cool. And here's a big question. Do I think Charlotte Flair should bring back the Women's Championship? Abso-freaking-lutely. That Divas belt needs to go. The Divas Championship means crap. It is crap. And honestly, it looks like a toy that a 5-year-old drew on a piece of paper, gave to their parents and said, "Hey, mommy, look what I can do." And the parent went, "Oh, that's nice." Threw it in the trash can. That belt needs to go. It represents everything wrong with the Divas division. You know, it was around during a time when women were looked at as plastic mannequins that had lipstick on, had a look, but not really a personality. You know, Women's Championship has legacy. It has a history. It has a meaning behind it. It has the blood, sweat, and tears of female wrestlers who actually tried to kill themselves to give us entertainment. So that belt needs to come back. And Charlotte should hold that belt. And I hope that's the case soon. I hope she pulls a Medusa with the Divas Championship and sets that bitch on fire. And then brings back the Women's Championship for certain. Absolutely. I think she posted a tweet about it that she wants to do that, or maybe they should do that. So if that's the case, man, awesome. Yes, she needs to bring back the Women's Championship. But that said, that is my Q&A for this week. Thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you at my next video. Your boy, Dalyxman, signing off. Peace.